Greetings. What we're going to do today is to examine our portfolio to see where it has been since the last time that we had made mention of setting up our small portfolio. So we have small, smaller, and smallest. So we have one portfolio in which we have $100. We're starting out, we're not going to add any more to that portfolio. It's going to be $100 and we're going to try to keep multiplying it until we reach 1 million. The next portfolio is the one that we have $500, and in that portfolio we're not going to be adding any more money to that portfolio. We're going to take that 500 and turn it into 1 million. Then we have the small portfolio, which is a $1,000 portfolio, and in that portfolio we're going to keep $1,000 in it and then try to multiply it all the way to a million. And I think there's another portfolio that we may have that has $2,000, but when we get into the meat of the matter, we'll see exactly what the portfolios are saying to us. So, as I had alluded to prior to this discourse, is that there are two platforms that I find most favorable for persons who are beginning their investment journey. And the platforms that I would recommend to you is that of the Webull and also Moomooo. All right. So those are the two platforms that I would recommend to anyone who wants to just start out and get their feet wet as they engage in the investment landscape, because investment is a medium by which one can increase their wealth, and I am sure that you want to increase your wealth. So the methodology that I'm going to teach in is not really directed at investment or investing. The idea is for you to position yourself so that you can prepare to invest. So even though it may look on the front page as investing, this is not investment, it's not investing, because I am assuming that persons who are in this realm with me in this space do not have the first 2 cents to rub together. Because if you're starting an account with 100, 500, 1000, 5000, 10,000, you really don't really have the right capital to just put your money down and let your money take care of you. You are not there yet. So if you have 5 years, 5 years, just 5 years, we can take you from 100 to 1 million. In less time, we can take you from 500 to 1 million. And in even less time, we can take you from 1,000 to 1 million. But the techniques, the methodologies, the work that will need to be embedded or to be done, to be deployed, will be greater the less money that you have available. The more money you have, the less work you need to do. The more work you're going to be doing means that you have a little bit of money, because if you are trying to make the money work for you, you need a mass amount of money so that you can actually move into a state where you can invest. And I don't want you to be perturbed or become distracted by everybody making money and all this. Don't watch that. You have been behind the curveball for quite some time. Today is a day when you are in this space, and I'm going to guide you. I'm going to take you from the space that you're in to a place that you need to be. Don't think about yourself, think about your family, because your family is important and you have to set yourself up so that you can take care of your family. So what I'm going to do before I get into my accounts, I'm just going to let you see my watch list. All right. So for my watch list, I have a few stocks that I watch not on a daily basis, but until certain signals are given, certain indicators are given, and then I will make a buy when the level reach a buy zone which is suitable, or based on my assessment, my technical analysis, my fundamentals assessment of the business would be suitable for an entry. So as you can see, the list is wide and diverse. Some of them are for trading, some are for long-term investment, some are for swings, and they are ranging from good industries, bad industries, questionable industries, all of those. I just keep them on the watch list. If I hear them, I know of them, then those are some positions that I want to keep on my watch list. So I just want to bring your attention to in my other portfolio, the ones that we are not showing in this session, we have different positions. So we have invested in Bull, which is Webull, a platform which I so enjoy. We have investment in SoFi. SoFi is a phenomenal stock, and I see that stock going to $50 by 2026. We have Palantir, and Palantir is one of my favorite stock. Palantir has made us a lot of capital, and I have had Palantir since its IPO. That was when I paid $15 for it. So I was riding it up and I was riding it down. Took me in the negative, it took me in the positive, it took me back in the negative, and now we're in positive. So Google is just a swing that we have down, but Google is a play that I have been watching and I see a lot of potential for Google. PayPal is one of my plays that I so have a vision for PayPal based on what the CEO has indicated. However, PayPal is a slow mover. PayPal is in my three portfolio account. I have four portfolio account. I have Nvidia, I have Palantir, I have SoFi, and I have PayPal. PayPal makes up the lowest portion of that account, and PayPal is the only one that is in negative. But PayPal in 2027 will be doing a phenomenal work. They're just slow to start, but when they get going, then they will really get going. And another account that I want you to know is that you can, when you have enough capital, deploy your money into ETFs. ETFs are basically a safer per way to keep your money preserved for a long and extended period of time. So the ETFs that I look towards and I think are good relatively are SPXL, which is basically the Nasdaq Composite. Then we have SMH, which has been doing wonders since 2020. Then SLV, which is some silver treasuries. You don't have to get into that if you don't like silver. Then you have QQM, or some may say QQQ. Those are the ones that are my favorite. So you can select from this to know which one you feel comfortable with. But in order to be on the investment journey, you have to actually want to make a change. You have to actually want to make a transformation. You can do this. You don't need a degree. And the persons that I like to teach, to encourage, to guide are persons who don't have a degree, because those persons are more apt to doing the work. Persons who are willing to take the necessary step, persons who are self-driven or self-motivated. Those are the kind of persons that I like to work with because they are easier to deal with. Apple, I personally don't really like Apple as a company based on its methodologies, and I do not use Apple products, but majority of the persons in the Americas tend to use Apple products. And if you look at the phone stealing rings, majority of them steal Apple. So if you have an Apple device, you are in a high tighter or a higher threshold to have your device stolen. The Max 7 or the seven top companies that we normally focus on are Microsoft, which is a good company. We use most of their suites, the Microsoft 360, the Office suite. Then we have Tesla. Tesla is not a car company, it's not a solar company, it's not a space company, it is an AI company. So that is why the valuation is so high for Tesla. Nvidia is where the CPU chips are being derived from, and we have AMD as well. Don't sleep on AMD. AMD is a good company. I don't have it there, but it's a good company. Meta, don't sleep on Meta. Meta is a $1,000+ stock. It's at 769. If you hold this within the next 6 to 9 months, you'll be at $1,000. So just think about that and know where the stock is going. You can position yourself for great things. All right. Now, if we look at the spider, these are some other ETFs that you can look at. My favorite ones are XLY, XLK. Those are my two favorite positions, XLY, XLK. But I am a finance guy, so finance is going to be a part of that mix. So XLF is also in my group of ETFs that I prefer. But all these are the lists. So if you have an industry that you like, you have proficiency in, you can position your finances, your resources in such a way that it will be beneficial to you. So the stocks that I am watching, my favorite 7 stocks that I'm watching are, let's hear the drum roll: SoFi, Affirm, Nvidia, ARM, 4, Palantir, XYZ, and PayPal. All right. So, underperformance: PayPal, XYZ, Affirm. Those are underperformance, right? If you have SoFi, Nvidia, and Palantir, if you can only have 3 stocks, I would suggest SoFi, Nvidia, Palantir. Those are the 3 top stocks that I would recommend to any individual just starting out. But we are not really here to discuss the stocks. We are here to discuss the account. So let us now get into the account to see what the account is saying to us. So we had elected to start 2 accounts, Moomooo and Webull. In our Moomooo account, as you will come to realize, I'm going to open it up on screen so you can see and appreciate where we are. We have currently $4,677. All right. So we have 2 accounts. We have the cash account and we have the margin account. And no, we're not. We have the margin account, but we're not trading on margin. Currently, we have 2 positions open. We have SoFi, the stock, and we have BBAI. All right. So let me just go into some history to see what have we been doing in this account. So these are all the positions that we have had in this account. We bought these positions, as you can see, fully transparent. This is our account, and we were thinking of investing, well, not investing but trading UNH, but we didn't feel comfortable with it, so we canceled those orders in most regards after entering into that position. All right, so these are just some of the trades that we have done. So now let us see how much money did we actually transfer into this $1,600 account. So in 2024 we had transferred $100. In 2025 we had transferred 100, and then we transferred 500. That would be 5, 6, 700. That's $700. And then we transferred another 300 in 2025. So little by little we brought this up to $1,000, and that is how we had $1,000 account. But in actuality, this is not $1,000 account. Since 2025 when we started this, it is actually a 705, 6, 7, 8, 9, a $900 account. All right, so we started with $900 and now we're at $1,600. So that just shows you the power of investment. All right, so how much have we withdrawn? We have withdrawn $10 just to verify that this platform would allow you to withdraw money. All right, so that was just a verification test for that account. So now you see what we have done with that account. Let's look at it. $3,060 account. How much did we put in this account? So we only have one position open, so we put all our eggs in one basket. For this account, we have SoFi calls for 2027 at 35, and by 2027, we are expecting SoFi to be at least $50 by 2027. So we are not worried about this. We are going to take this, ride this until this contract should be equated to about 10 to $15,000. So that's what we plan to do in writing this. So let us look at our transfer history. So we only had one deposit in this account, and the deposit that we had in this account was $1,000. Did we do any withdrawal? No withdrawal. So all we put in this account was $1,000, and this was done in 2024. All right, but we didn't really start using the account until 2025 officially for training and teaching education purposes, as we are doing at this junction. So these two platforms are my very favorite platform, and I think that you should seek to get similar platforms, Webull, Moomooo. I'm going to leave the links below, so that if you want to come on this journey with me, take $100 to $1,000,000, or you want to take $500 to $1,000,000, or you want to take $1,000 to $1,000,000, then you want to be in this space with us. All right, because we have a lot that we are going to cover, and I want you to be a beneficiary of such an experience. Another reason why I like this account is because we can go and see the data from the side. Any account that we have, any stock that we have interest in, we can just go and find the data, and we don't have to really search much. We just go out. All right, so let's say we want to look at, what's the name of the stock? Let's say we want to look at BBAI. We just click, bam, BBAI, and then it carries up the stock. But I should let you know that we do not really trade in stocks. We hold stocks. We don't trade stocks. We just hold them, but we trade the options. And when the options would have increased enough to prove to us that this is a stock worth keeping, then we go ahead and get the resources to buy those stocks. So when you have the trading section, you can select whether you want to trade. If you say you want to trade, it's going to give you the stock, but we don't want to trade stock. We want to trade the options. All right, so we're going to go to the options, and then this is going to give us the dates of the expiration, and then we are going to select where it is that is the best option for us to take on. All right, and then when we do that, we select what we want. It tells us the price. We select the price that we want to pay for it, and then we move forward in that. So many persons tend to show you their accounts and show you that, hey, we're up X amount of percent, but they don't show you the receipt. I like how the mobile app is designed. Let me go back on the account, and I'm going to select the account. This is the account, the cash account. We're going to start with the cash account because it has a lesser value in it. All right, and when we select our cash account, let us see if we can get our calendar to see how we have been performing. All right, so this is our performance. So year to date, we are up 102% on this account. It's not great, it's not bad, but it's satisfactory. Because it's a small account, it takes more work, and not everybody has the luxury of time to do all the work. So it's going to take us a little while, because we're going only in safe place, or place that we can leave for a little while we do other business and other work. So that is just why it is taking us this long to move the needle. Because remember, we only started with $900 this year, and we are almost double what we put on in this year. So 2 9s 18. All right, so about $1,800. All right, but let me just go into our log so you can see how much money we actually have made and how much money we've actually lost, what percentage we have made, what percentage we have lost, and which month we lose most of the money. All right. So this is here from 2025. Let's see if we can go to 2024. If there's any data, 2024, select 2024. All right, beautiful. So January, February, March, April, May, and June, no activity because we didn't have the account open. So now we open the account in July. This is just to test the account to see if it is working, because I like to test the account before I start putting capital heavy into the account, or I start to recommend an account. All right, so we put the money in the account and we see how the account is working. So you see that we lost $100, which is $100 that we had placed in the account initially. We lost all of it, almost. So that's 10% of the account is down from that $100, which means that there would be $1,000 in that account. That's what it's trying to say. But let us see. Then we made up that back over time, 4%, 22%, based on what the account had, and then we lost 10% in December. So we're making progress. So we have up months, we have down months. So this month, February, we lost 59% of our account. Can you imagine? How would you feel if you lost 59% of your account? Most persons would be panicking, but you see, we don't have any need to be panicking. The reason why we don't have any need to be panicking is because the money that we put in the market is money that we don't really need to use or to deploy. But wherever we put in the money, whatever money we put in the market, we think that we don't have that money anymore, even though we are working to multiply that money. So if you are thinking like that, then you'll be in a good position. All right. So you see that in February we lost 59%, but in March we made back that 59% and 61. So we went up 2%, and then guess what? We lost 11% the other month, and then we made up 12%. So we made 1%. So we're making slight incremental increases, and then June came around and we gained 73% in June. July came and we gained 40% in July. So things are looking on the up and up. And now we're in August. And as of today, the 10th day of August, we are down 4%. But we're not concerned about it because we're going to be holding these positions for quite some time. All right. And they have not yet hit our trigger point. So many persons will say, hey, we're doing XYZ, we're doing pretty good, we're doing this, we're doing that. But when you look at the numbers, then you can see what is really taking. So if you go to look at the actual date, let's go January, February, January. Let's start from January. 31st of January, that is when we started trading. And we saw we lose money gradually, and then compounds over the month. So this is it. And the days when there's no losses, no trades were taking place. So this is just how it is, right? So our return, June, 1,400, which is quite something, 40% return, and then we're down again in August. So it's up and down. This graph here tells us what is really taking place for the last month. Let us see what the last month looked like. So we were all the way up here at 1.5,000, but we came down all the way from 5,200 in July. We're not back where we were once at the high. All right, so this just gives us an overview as to what is taking place. If we check out our account, let's see if we can figure this out again. Assets. All right, so this is just giving us the calendar as to the same calendar of the account, so we can see our performance, our year to date, how the account has been progressing. So we have the crypto account set to be open. It's open, but we have not deployed any capital in it. What we're going to do is use the outflows from these accounts to fund the crypto account. All right, so we're not going to put any more money in this specific account, but we're going to create another account so that if there are donations, persons want us to do certain strategies, then we can open another account and do strategies in those accounts. All right. Now let's just go into our Webull. So Webull is another account that we have. Remember, we had different accounts so that we can show people that it doesn't matter where you're starting from, you can make money. So for Webull, we have one position still open, and in this account we are up 17% since we opened this account. I think that we opened this account recently. All right, so let's see if we can get the details of this account. Let's see if we can get year to date. So this account was open basically right here, I'm assuming. So let's go 6 months, less than 6 months, let's say 3 months. Within the last 3 months this account was open. So it was open about the 5th. Okay, so yes, so in about the 5th month it was open. This is, let's see, yeah, in about the 5th month it was open, and we have initial cash has increased, and now we're at $122. All right, so let me see if I can see the transfer, money transfer. No, I don't want that. I want profit loss history. Let's see if we can have it. All right, so this is the profit loss statement in the Webull, and the current position we have is bull, and this is our calendar. So it gives us an idea so that we can see exactly. Let's go to June, July. All right, so July, let's see if we can get it back. All right, so July, let's see if we can go April, May. All right, so May. So this is giving us what we made on the particular date. So let's go to June, and these are our trades. So you realize that these days we tend not to trade, so most times we're trading on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So those are the dates. This is 1 month, this is another month, and we can just click on it and we go from month to month. So this is June, this is July, and then you see how the progress has been. So we have closed our position because now we're going to go into the option trading. So this here is being done in the Roth IRA. $100 has been placed in this account at this juncture. We also have a traditional account which has $0. So what we're going to do, we're going to use overflows from these accounts and fund these accounts. All right, so in order not to necessarily pay taxes on it right at this moment, we're going to put it over into the other account. Futures account, you can open that, but in this account we don't have a futures account open. So let's see if we can go back into it. All right, so now, so we have one position in this account, and this here is also a SoFi call, and this is at $35, and it's for 2027, and by that time we should be up to about 50 to $55 minimum. That's my bear case for SoFi. So as you can see, since we started this account, we are up 205%. And these are not just made up numbers, these are actual numbers that you can check to see. And sometimes just being patient is the best way to move forward. All right, so when you see an opportunity in the market, you take that opportunity, and then you let that opportunity multiply on your behalf. All right, so this is what it is. We have lost more money in stocks, we have gained more money in options trading. All right, so Tesla, I've lost money in Tesla, I've lost money in ARK, and I've lost money in BNGO, but these losses are negligible. 100, these were just tests to see what was really taking place. So these are our loss, but we are in profit at this time. And on a daily basis we may go up, we may go down, but we are not worried about this. We are not going to be adding to this position, but we'll be liquidating as soon as our targets are met. All right, so this is just something that I want you to be aware of. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist, you don't have to be a genius. All you have to do is to be willing to put the work in. And if you're interested, I can walk you through the process as to how you can set up your account, how you can, you know, position yourself to maximize. Even if you have your last $100, you can put that in an account, and then you work that $100 to make it 200, and make that 200 into 400, and make that 400 into 800, and make that 800 into 1600. And when you make that 1600, you make it into 3200, then you make that into 6400, then you make that into 12,000, and then you just keep compounding. And once you keep compounding, then you're going to see, wow, once you reach 500,000, guess what, you're just one double away from $1 million, just like that. So when you're just starting, it may seem rough, it may seem difficult, but it is possible to do. Just be patient, right? Don't beat yourself up too much. Just be patient, just be diligent, and just have your end game in mind. I hope that this offered some value, some insights to you, so that you can see what is possible and what positions that I'm in, what positions that I've liquidated. And now you can decide if you want to follow this journey, you want to see what is going to happen when we reach into next month. Will we lose all the money, or will we have more money? Well, that is just something that I'm going to share with you. We will try our very best to have monthly updates as to the account status, so that you can see in real time what is happening in the accounts, so that you can make your strategic positioning and make investments into your future that is beneficial. Until we meet again, be blessed. Signing out. Have yourself a money filled day.